Oh, hello there. Check out this cactus we got.
It's cactus night.
We've
It
specially
is
prepared this
cactus
cactus for a light glass introduction.
Ooh, the sizzler. That cactus will burn, and we did.
Certified.
Yeah, we did take special consideration in making sure that we just trimmed off the top of the cactus, and we didn't kill the living plant itself. We just took a little trimming, like a toenail, off the top.
Or a haircut. We could say haircut.
And now this cactus is going to bloom and grow all out of its, like, 12 extremities. And I'm telling you, Lucy, at some point, that smells actually pretty good.
It smells good.
We've got burning cactus action, and we don't know what exactly is going to happen to that in there, except that I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is a 12-point optical mold
No
cactus.
way.
Grab the mold right there, Jake. I just counted them. There's 12 of them. Look at it. It looks exactly the same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, you're supposed to say it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
12.
There is 11 there, which is crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
That's some cool sacred geometry. But why don't you tell them about what's going on in tonight's show, Jake, you and Oliver, and I'm going to gather up the Loyalty League piece.
Yeah, we'll get one more quick look at this as I give it a little flip. We see that our pot's cracked, and there's our roasted and toasted, juicing, really nice cacti.
So Lucy was kind enough to give this cactus a haircut, and in doing so, the thorns on the cactus got her a couple times, and she was out here talking about how she thought maybe the needles on this were toxic or poisonous or nuclear reactive.
Ouch.
Made the whole finger hurt.
And I did hear you say that. I made a joke about it, but now I'm thinking about what if that's true and we just like burned it and then threw it all up into the air.
Our lungs
and I
are
took
gonna
a
start
big
burning.
inhale on it. Yep. So we're gonna see how this show goes in about 30 minutes. It's gonna be great.
Welcome to the show, folks. Chris has got a gather here of some crystal 2100 degree glass. This is going to be a cactus themed show. We think that this is one of the hottest growing, trending ultra products on the market of glass, and only made here at the Glass Academy. This is an original design by us, and I gotta say, they're a blast to make. They're super technically difficult. And that's one that we really love about it, because they're really kind of uncreatable. You can't match them without the technique. We'll get some really good hand shots of all these beautiful cacti colors and goodness going on. And we're happy to be here on a beautiful Tuesday, folks. What a lovely day.
We're doing it. Chris has got some color ready. He's got white on his gather. I've got bar color going. I got some red here getting warmed up.
And this
What is bar
called
color?
double dipping right here, folks.
Double dunkage?
We're double dipping in the glory hole. We totally got both of our molten glass pieces in there, heating up, sharing the heat, which is super important. That's our major commodity here at the Glass Academy, is the heat that we have to generate to work this material. This is just a core bubble of this crazy piece that I'm going to be making that's only going to be available to the Loyalty League, which is our first piece of every show.
Speaking of members,
yeah, what show are we on?
this is show 3, and hold on, we can't put our sign. Where is it?
361.
There we go. I did reallocate the sign to a new spot that was more appropriate, which was right over here. However, our garage is at almost 1,000 degrees.
Why don't we put it right in front of that fire extinguisher?
Let's.
That I'm sure Michelle is just sitting at home watching the show, being like, move that fire extinguisher.
This is the perfect sign holder, actually.
And that's a good reminder to take that fire extinguisher down, so we have quick access. If we need to use it, we can dart over and fire it off if we have a problem.
Perfect. We're learning every day.
Yep.
Show 361, and yes, this is a members piece. And down here we have, beautifully written by Lucy, Melissa, Lisa, and Terry. Brand new members.
No way.
Lizzie and everybody have put in a lot of time and energy into this membership program, and we've just swapped it over to Shopify, which is our website producer, and everything's coherent with your account on our website, and your shipping address, and your billing address, and all that goodness. And during that swap, these 3 just became members in the past week and a half. So welcome, you guys. Super great to see you on the floor in chalk. And here we go.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Everybody.
What's the color palette here?
I got a white interior core, an enamel white, and I'm putting one mild coat of Baby Yoda, and then I'm going to be covering it up with a transparent chartreuse, which is going to give it a really beautiful, natural-looking color pattern. And then Oliver's going to give me the super bit, which is going to give us those cactus, little bit of a, you know what those dots are on all the cactuses? They're simulating the little, what are they, thorns or the little cactus spikes that are in
Thorns,
clusters?
needles, spikes.
That's what I was looking for, needles.
Organic weapons.
They're the ones that you don't think really are needles, and you think they're just a cool looking little color thing, then all of a sudden you touch it and you've got 4,000 of them in your finger.
Ouch.
It's a pain in the finger.
We've already got a lot of people logging on tonight. Mary says hello from Hudsonville. Pat says hi from Shelby Township. Marianne says hi from Lumberton, New Jersey. Max and Karen are here. Carol is watching from London, Ontario. Let's see here. Hannah is here from Sweden. Hannah, I remember last time we had a time change. It kind of messed some people up watching, so I'm glad you are here and on time. Because I know not the whole world has daylight savings time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a great comment that it's so light out here, and it might be light in other people's places, but we did gain an extra. We lost
We lost an hour. Well,
I don't know how that works.
yeah.
You know, 1 hour changed on the clock, folks. It's true.
let's see here. Dave says the garage is fired tonight. Can't wait to see what's parked in there. Carrie says, hi, GA friends. Happy Cacti Show. P.S. Nice haircut, Chris.
Yeah. Did you just get a haircut, Dad?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Look at this tech. The timing's so important. We were talking through the intro and everything. Didn't have a chance to really build it up, but Oliver brought a beautiful bit. The right temperature,
nice.
the right heat. And Chris had the double-handed super combo going, spinning as smooth as he could with his left hand and keeping that separation exactly the same with his right coming down the cactus side. And now he's spinning really fast, you notice, and this is something I'll talk about, the type of burner that we have in a little bit later tonight. Oh, we might have to back this thing up. No wonder this is why it's getting so cramped in here.
Yeah, it's
It just slowly
closing
creeps
in on
forward.
us. Hello? Good.
Are we gonna 3-team cactuses today? Is that what I just saw is
Yep.
going down?
Yep, that's it. Let's make this streaming zone available.
That's kind of like a funny thing, like if that thing was all of a sudden moving at you and you were sitting there trying to bench
Just encroaching.
bumping you in the back.
Or like that scene in Star Wars with the trash compactor.
Yeah. Or in Three Stooges, when Shemp got the dead body coming out of the closet on him.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, leave me alone, buddy. Hey, I said what? So this, you guys, is going to be pretty sweet. It's not a cactus. Just so you know.
So you know this is the cactus show.
There you guys are. It's a cactus show, but it's going to be a pot that you would plant your cactus in.
Oh.
And it's going to have a cactus feel to it. So any cool cactus that you plant in here is going to look great in the Loyalty League cactus pot. Never been done before.
Wow.
So I'm heating up this bit like you're ready for the berry mold step. Are you need some time on that?
Yeah, because
You got other things you want going on?
you had no idea what we were doing, Oliver.
I pay attention in all of the meetings, everybody, okay?
Proud of you.
I'm a good employee. You guys know.
So Chris is swinging it out. He took that really long heat on just the very bottom half of it. And by swinging it, he gave it this torpedo shape.
You can't really get much pressure when you've got this super amazing cacti knobby effect going on. Cap it, Jake.
Capping.
Oh yeah, this is looking like a nice pot.
So
Light
I'd
puff?
love to know.
I love asking Jake to puff right when he's in the middle of a sentence.
We'd love to know how many people actually have live cactuses in their house and what their watering regiment is.
Ooh.
We're looking for some information on that because some people are good with plants, some people are bad with plants, and some people need some help.
I'm gonna need a colored patty that's gonna be out of the Baby Yoda green. That's gonna be like a foot, but we're gonna drop it in the marver here and squash it. And it's gonna end up being about this big, Oliver. About this big.
Okay.
So that we can put that on there, and then we'll put a wrap around the outside, and that'll be the drip tray for underneath it. So it's really designed like a cactus pot.
Okay.
So you're gonna drop it on
Got
the
it.
marver.
Got that?
Perfect.
We'll squash it. But we're gonna
But
need one bigger squash than that.
You need a
so
big mold.
I'll drop it.
that one I just blew in is gonna be fine. Because we don't want it to be any bigger than that one.
You
right
want to be
there,
any
so-
bigger than that one?
Yeah, and just be where it could be warm for me blowing in it.
Baby Yoda and
Ow.
recycle.
Sure.
It was looking really cool. That's that one over here with that slight blue undertone.
Yeah, and this particular pattern looks pretty tasty because it's got the white bleeding out in between. So that thing's gonna look super tasty.
So going for about the size of like a navel orange.
Yeah. I don't mind leaving it a little bit thicker. And you can look at the bottom of that mold. We're gonna squash it so it doesn't extend out much past the diameter of that bottom of the mold.
Okay.
This would look great like in the middle of the table or on a sunroom table.
Yeah.
That looks gorgeous. And I won't even say Mrs. H.
One schmack of Yoda.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice and specular.
Looks like Carol finally got her member's gift. So
Let's go,
Carol.
Carol.
We're glad that arrived.
The Canadian.
Spin. Look at that.
Would you look at that?
Nice.
Look at that, Oliver. I want to make sure we get it flat.
Timing is of the essence, as they say. Nice squish down.
The patty slide.
The
Yeah.
patty slide. That's the way it used to always put the feet on.
Isn't that a
for
sandwich?
Years.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember learning that growing up.
Drop it on, you'd spin it, slide it, whichever way that it was going to work.
Yeah.
But now we put them on hot.
So am I going to gather over this then for the trail?
Yeah, we're going to need to put a wrap around that, and let's do that with the chartreuse.
Got it. I'm going clear for that.
Remind me what color this is?
Greens. Cacti green.
Is that going to be enough, Dad?
Yeah.
When was the cactus product developed?
Great question.
I think the cactus product was developed on like June 2nd, 2000 and like 02.
The
2002.
1900s is getting to be a long time away now.
I was born in the 1900s.
Yeah, you and me and Oliver and Lucy even and Ollie, we've all got that dinosaur trend going big time.
Yep.
You're 2000? Oh,
Bunch of
there's
dinosaurs.
a baby in the house.
Just
You
wanna
ready for this?
find that Taglia. I'm
Eh?
ready.
Hot and soupy, folks. Would you look at that?
Beautiful.
And we'll use this moil for the old puntee.
Jacob, chill out. I'm going to have to assist at some point today, okay? You need to set the expectations a little easier, okay?
I got to blow a little air earlier. That was pretty expectation setting experience. That's cool looking.
All right. Going over some of these comments here real quick.
Bring
we
'em.
got people talking about how they do have cactuses. I'm going back through it now, but I think I saw from Carrie that said she had cacti stones, and she waters them about 4 times a year. And I don't know what a cacti stone is.
We're going to need the Google for that one.
Is
I
that
can
a
Google.
stone in the shape of a cactus? Is that a type of cactus, Carrie? Speak on that.
Lucy, you
Say
don't
a little
know
bit
what that
more.
is?
I don't raise cactus. I kill them all the time.
So you were the one telling us how to water them and what type of pot they should have earlier.
I don't know what
so
you're
what do you
talking
mean?
about.
Michelle says 2017 for the cactus.
2017, it's pretty recent.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that is about 9 years
years?
ago.
Carol says she owns 3 round cactuses, 1 for each of her grandchildren.
Karen Little says we're not very good with live cacti. That's why we have the GA cacti. I like
Represent.
that.
Coming at you. So we're going to go for the dismount here so we can open up the side to place this Loyalty League member's cactus in. That's a reminder that this piece isn't for sale to the general public. But the next few pieces we make on the show will be.
Push. All right.
Beautiful break.
I'll take that from you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
See.
Smooth and buttery.
So this thing is looking pretty tasty. I think it's a cool looking pot. It's going to be pretty eclectic. I'm going to fold the lip on it so you got an extra strong rim around the top that just kind of really like enhances the shape and style of it. Plus, I don't want it to be too tall of a pot. Cactuses don't really have huge root systems, and I only know this because Michelle is pretty much got a thumb the size of like, I think it's probably like the size of a hippopotamus, and it's green. It's huge, and she's an amazing planter, and she plants stuff everywhere, and everything she plants grows, and I learn all my planting information from her, period.
Are you okay, Oliver?
Well, there you go, folks.
Yeah, I just-
Hippopotamus
Hey,
thumb.
I love that you realized halfway through that it's a green thumb and it has nothing to do with the size, and you had to figure out how to get there.
I wanted to know that I wanted it to be like it's a giant green thumb, but then I got distracted by the hippopotamus scenario. Jeez.
I'm showing these off because this flip around is typically a really long heat here to get that lip back up to a molten temperature. And we got 10 minutes till the virtual gallery goes live. We'll come back to that in a second here. But we've got some really unique one-of-a-kind colors that I'll explain. That red I just showed you is really similar to the red that Chris has on his piece here, which you're not going to see. It's going to look kind of brown while you're working with it. Most of the colors, especially this green, looks a little bit dull, kind of like straw yellow while you're working on it, but that's because it's still about 1,400 degrees right now.
White Baby Yoda and Chartreuse electric green. This thing's going to be blinging. I don't know if you can get a cactus in a different color, but than green. A cool aloe would be sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not placing a rule on everybody's, on the mojo of whoever gets this piece, but you don't have to plant a cactus in it, but it would be nice to plant a cactus. But a ponytail palm in there would look pretty sweet.
I put a tomato plant in it.
I don't know about a tomato plant. That's really going way too far off.
One carrot.
A carrot?
A baby carrot.
Celery. Is that what
Celery.
You get? Is that what you get at the end of the week when you get your paycheck?
Celery.
If you could plant a celery tree, you'd start making some serious loot.
It's true.
You could pick it. $100 bills coming off the end all rolled up.
Oliver, I've got a description for you here from Carrie.
The cactus stones?
Classic Carrie in the
I have a
comments
picture,
here.
too,
Tearing it
so-
up.
Okay. hit me with it.
You going or am I going?
You go, and then I'll show the picture.
All right, Oliver. Lithops, commonly known as living stones, are unique, low-maintenance succulents from southern Africa that mimic the appearance of rocks to evade herbivores. They have 2 thick leaves with a central fissure, often growing only 1 to 2 inches above soil. They require high light, very little water, and well draining.
We've seen those at Frederick Meyer Garden. They do kind of look like little alien fingers popping out of the rocks.
Yeah, I know exactly what those are.
Yep.
They look like, yep.
Yep.
Well,
Hey,
there
those
it
look
is. Say, Jake,
sweet.
did you
I just
say
saw
where
some
the Red
photos.
Wings
Let's go
playing
Those look
tonight?
sweet.
They are.
I know.
And it's
But
a big game, too.
I did land a couple tickets for that Red Wings game with Carrie.
Oh.
So we got 2. So you and I are going with Carrie and her friend.
Oh,
but
snap.
They're going to have their seats and we'll have our seats.
All right, beautiful. Beautiful.
Well,
Sorry,
thank you
Lou.
for the info, Carrie. We appreciate it.
Yeah, but it was a great trade deadline. It was last Friday, folks. If you watch hockey, if you guys are hockey fans out there, which I know about 89% of you guys are, shouts out to the Wings and our general manager, Steve Yzerman. That's looking great, and I love the thickness there, too. You're not really worried about tapping that little thin lip up against the wall when you're moving around and repotting them and doing all that action.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have you on this lip when I come out so we try to get it straightened up and tightened up and turned into the pot that she is.
You got it.
Just
Yep.
so you guys know, the table does go live in 8 minutes.
And I don't know if anybody picked out anything, but my bet's on number 10.
Oh, I didn't even.
Nope,
really
I take it back. I'm
lighten
going
it.
number 9.
Okay.
That's okay. You guys, if you're too nervous to choose, that's fine.
Ollie is going with 4.
Ollie's going 4.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, that's a unique one as well. This is true.
I'm going with 7.
Was that on
7.
purpose?
Both 7 and 10, you guys will see those in a second. No hurry, but they're in our brand new pine
Love that.
green. That is
The
frickin'
organicness.
It is looking tasty and organic, and I love it. And these, all the little spike clusters, needle clusters per se, are going to be bright red, you guys, which is going to be super cool, just to symbolize danger.
And
Way to
these
keep those
ones
ribs.
won't get you.
That's right.
That's
Way to
like the
keep those
benefit
ribs
of a
straight,
Glass
Dad.
Academy cactus is that it won't get you. Number 12. I'm taking number 12.
Oliver's got number 12 with the only one with 2 flowers on it.
That's
I'm gonna
why
go
it's the best
number
one.
2. Little gold fella over here.
That's the first time we've done beige spots on there, which I'm in love with. Here's the reason I picked number 9. This is what I was talking about here. This is a mix of 2 greens on top of our recycle blue. This has a super cactusy ambiance to it.
How about a GA
I think
stamp,
this
my
one
friend?
might sell. What? What's that one? That's number 2. Number 1's a beauty. I already showed you guys that one, but number 10's amazing. 7's great. 4 is a totally unique shape. That was at the end of the shift when we were just kind of like going a little bit crazy from making so many cacti. And we'll get into this little fella in a second.
First good sweat of the year, you guys, right now. 65 degrees out, and I'm sweating it.
The door is open in the back, it's true.
This is looking tasty.
Let us know what temperature it is where you guys are from, where you're watching from, if you're wearing, you know, shorts, sweatpants, or whatever. If you haven't dropped a comment or a like on the feed, we got about a quarter of you guys on YouTube have liked the feed so far, so throw some love in there.
So, were you going to say something, Jake?
Nope.
Okay. I saw your mouth open. I
Yep.
wasn't sure. I was just going to bring up, we had an influencer come in a couple weeks ago, and that video got posted this weekend.
That's
so
right.
let us know if you've seen that. If you have, make sure you like it and share it. But we've been getting some pretty good traction from that video, which is cool.
Super cool. We're learning that's the way, the new age marketing for sure. And Bess is doing a great job hooking these people up and bringing these, you know, famous people basically into the studio and giving them the treatment. and spreading the word of the GA.
Beautiful look, and the interior is all tasty and white, you guys.
Beautiful dismount. Oliver's coming in with the torch. I'm gonna let the actual glass preheat these just by hanging out right here.
You know, this cactus is going to look real different once it cools down. And if you want to see the true colors of this cactus, you can check it out on the Annealing reveal. Which, I mean,
Become
I
a
guess you
member.
just have to be a member to find that out.
Yeah.
But for those of you who have been watching for a long time, I'm looking at you, Carrie, I'm looking at you, Carol, Mary, Wendy, Max, Karen, all y'all. A lot of these
Bottom
colors,
right.
they're so different when they're hot. We're starting to build a sense of what they look like when they're cooled down, and we're kind of catering to what they're going to look like cooled down. You guys as audience members have been watching for a long time. Do you guys have a sense of what that's going to look like when it's cooled down? Have you guys built up the knowledge of the colors with us?
The repertoire.
The repertoire of the color catalog?
All right, it's about 6:30, so let me, through showing you guys what we're about to make up next, talk about these cactuses a little bit and what's new about them. Some of the medium sizes, we call these larges in the gallery. The one we're about to make is going to be jumbo. We've just now started adding these simple, clear, or a couple of them have some color bases to them. And it allows for these to be really thin and delicate and still have that beautiful texture, but have some bottom weight to it. So especially if you make some taller shaped ones like this, there's no
Yeah.
risk of madness.
I love that one.
Super cool.
Has anyone called number 11?
Nope.
Well, just like in Spinal Tap, you can turn it up to 11.
Oh,
That one is beautiful.
okay.
Everyone listening, watching knows what Spinal Tap is, and turn it up to 11.
I don't
Put it
know
in the
anything about
comments,
that.
you guys. Come on.
But then one last thing, I'll highlight it again here, folks. It has been released through social media and other ways of goodness that this is our creature of the year, the owl, the nesting owl, folks. We're going to have him in multiple colors.
He's got a little vindictive look to him.
He's got a fierce brow.
He is like concerned.
They've
Wise
all
but
got their
concerned.
they've all got their fun little personalities.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we
they
picked
do.
our donation spot, which we're going to reveal to you all on the 20th. That's 2 weeks from now, is our big owl show right before our Super Blossom and Bloom holiday super weekend.
Aren't we going to have some secret special guests too on
We
that
may
show?
or may not have some incredible
special
guests.
guests.
And we're not allowed to talk about it.
Can't
That's
say a
right.
word.
That's right.
We got to keep it a surprise. Let's see if we can keep it a surprise. What color are you looking for dots, Jake?
Oh, I'd like to go with the yellow.
You got it.
A really bright yellow. And we're going to do what I forgot to mention, the reason I went over there in the first place, is that all of those have color simply on the outside. And simplicity is a really beautiful thing, and it works really well. But we never spend the time when we're making these jumbo cacti to multi-layer color and gather over it and put another layer on top of it. So this one, I'm going to go with a really powerful coat of Baby Yoda for the core. And then we're going to let it stiffen up, kind of like Chris did on that pot. And we're going to gather over it and then layer up a translucent, maybe 2 different greens on top of it as well. So there's a lot more depth to the cacti.
Hey there, Lucy.
I knew that something was about to go down. Just going to run into the torch is all.
Oh, goodness. Start with the Baby Yoda. Is it going to be another encasement, or are you just going to layer up color over top of it?
We're going to encase this one.
Okay.
You're
So,
going for a big one.
We're going to try jumbo.
Nice.
so when we do production, we've got it like pegged down to the millimeter of like the range of what a small pumpkin or cactus could be and what a medium or large could be. However, jumbo is just,
pretty big.
it just says real big.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how jumbo you're trying to go on this one.
I bet you are.
I am. do you want to share with the class, or am I going to find out I need to glove it away?
I'm actually thinking that I can only go as big as the amount of yellow that you have will allow me to go. So if that puts any kind of perspective in your mind, then maybe we're going somewhere.
Okay. I have a mile's worth of yellow on here, so
A mile's worth?
yeah. Stretch it thin enough.
I do want to say that the table is now live. I'm getting that link in the comments for you guys.
And those are one and done cacti, folks. Those of you that have been following us for a while and know our website option and the lineup that we've created for you guys over the last couple years that people start to collect, those ones are always available and we'll make those to order. But these ones here are one-offs. They're different color patterns. We're trying different things. And it looks like number 9 was the first one to go. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thanks.
The teal one.
That was the with the recycle underneath it. It's freaking
Teal
sweet.
and red.
I think
Number
that's
9,
2
first to
weeks in
go.
a row where I'm on the show that I've gotten
It
it
is
wrong.
a sexy one, for sure, but not
Lost my
quite as
touch.
sexy as number 11.
Jake going for a second gather.
He's really going for a real big one.
I mean, it's the show.
I know.
This is
Looking
why there are
good.
3 of us here. He's going to need help turning.
Really.
No.
He's got a new pipe too, Dave. Jake's rocking some new blowpipes here. And he's pretty darn excited about them.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything different about the color that Oliver has on his?
Oliver's has got a yellow on his, and it's a bar color, which is a solid chunk of color. The frit that we use that's in the frit trays, all the crushed up glass that looks like sugar that you're looking at right now, folks, that starts from a bar of solid color. In the bar of solid color, do you need a bigger block, Jake?
Nah, I'm just gonna work it.
When you're starting with a bar of solid color, really, if you really want to talk about the birth of color, you start with a full tank of glass that's got a certain color in it, like this color blue, which is like an opal sky blue that Lucy just pulled out. And then you gather
get in here
and
for
make
one.
rods that are
do
probably
think-
like the size of a paper towel tube, a cardboard tube. And that's solid bar. And then when you want to
Get it rip
use
into
it
the
for
core.
different applications,
Next
you
seat, I'll go
crush
for
it
it.
up and you separate the frit into different sizes, 1 through 5, from sand to about the size of a pea, and you can use those for different color techniques. Now Jacob's got a nice layer of an interior color, then he encased it in crystal and added more color on, and he's going to be going into the cactus mold.
The mold.
And it is an optical mold, but it's just, we call it a cactus mold for fun because he's going to be making a cactus. But if he was making a optically twisted blown vase, we would call it the optically twisted blown vase mold. But here's a cool close-up.
The
of it,
mold of
guys.
many products.
Looks like the second cactus that sold was my golden special cactus. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
So you've got to blow into the blowpipe when you go into the mold, so you expand the body of the molten glass into the optics. Check it out right there. He's got it. And that one, what, is like a 20 point, I think.
I went for the 20. Yeah. More
All right,
dots.
here we go. More dots, more ridges, more cacti goodness. Look at them go.
Coming up on 3/4 mile
Oh,
of
God.
yellow used.
I did learn something doing these in production, that when the vessel itself that you're wrapping the cactus dots on gets off center, it throws the cactus spikes
I get a
off
little air.
center as well too, which is super cool.
I've never.
So you can purposely do that.
I've never purposely
Oliver's
done that.
on it. Whoa!
Blow like a champion. Slow down. Stop.
That's a cool
You said
looking cactus.
you said champion.
Dad, will you turn this next one for me so I can cut the neck in a little better?
Sure.
Called it.
I'm gonna swing it one time first.
Oh, you got a little nubbin.
Oh yeah, we got a nublin.
Whoa.
Wow.
Blow real light.
I like this. Look,
Stop.
look, that's how a cactus grows up on the top.
Look at that, would ya?
It has that cool little, that's like the piece we cut off of the one that we did Will You Burn. If you guys just tuned into the show, you got to go back and see the Will It Burn in the beginning where we actually cut and pruned the top of a living cactus, just like a haircut. We didn't hurt the cactus itself, we just pruned it, and it was like that section of the
flowers on it.
cactus. And you know it'll grow back because that's the coolest thing about cactuses is that they will grow right from their own goodness.
That looks cool. I like it.
From their own goodness.
That's right.
I want to get in here and make sure there's no finger pointing sharp edges because, I mean, as long as cactuses are allowed to poke anybody in the finger, but glass that you purchase from the Glass Academy needs to be a little more regulated.
Has anybody ever gone to the botanical garden and they've got those yuccas that are super big leaves, and at the very end of the leaves they've got like a 2-inch long spike that's black, and when you look at them you can't see them because they're black. But if you ever go to put your finger on the end of it, the worst part about it is you end up poking your finger long before you think you're going to be there because it's sticking out so far. I did that like 3 times once.
I can't picture what you're
He doesn't
talking
learn
about.
3
Three
times,
times.
in a row.
Well, every time I'm like, I can see it, I'm going in to touch it. And bang! It got me again. And after 3 times, I gave up. So this is going to be the flower.
We're going to have to put multiple.
And we're going to be putting multiple ones, Jake just whispered.
Multiple.
You got to be careful with the torch. You can never burn the color. I mean, you can always burn the color, but you don't want to burn the color. So you got to
Ooh.
finesse it.
So use that
I'll
little
just
Italian
get a pair of
berry mold.
tweezers, if I could,
You need tweezers?
just for the one moment of making the flower.
Preheating the tweezers with the
What are you
torch.
doing? Preheating them?
I was preheating the tweezers for Jake so that they'd stick and you'd get a nice opportunity to pull out all of the 5 little petals of the bloom on the cactus. So that's the same color that the dots are?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it when it's that
We're going
way.
to do one more big one next to it. Man, wow, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, I wore pants today. That was a bad call.
I am sweaty.
Oh, nobody recognized me dripping.
But you know what we're not gonna do? Turn on the fan.
Nope.
No fans
way,
allowed.
man.
Sharon says,
A little bit left on that, debating if we should use it or not.
What did Sharon say?
Thank you. Sharon says, is the color in the pan what color the item will be when it cools?
I'm going to have to use the amplifier button for that one.
Sorry, I have like no voice.
I can relay it. And the issue is that it's the same color as the pot that I made, except that my spikes and dots on there were red. Jake's are brilliant, bright yellow, but it's got a Baby
toss
Yoda
this.
green underneath, and then it's got a chartreuse transparent electric green on the outside. So this thing is going to be pretty much cactus green.
There's depth in it. It almost looks like it's got like the aloe juices layer on the outside because of the way that the transparent's on the outside, and it's got that, it's basically aloe juice color, and then you get under there and it's got the Baby Yoda hue going on, and you can start to see as it cools down the tips of those flowers turning yellow.
Are you using this for the bottom?
I'd like to use a bigger one probably.
I will retrieve a bigger one.
Jacob, when this color right here gets heated up and recooled back down, is it going to look the same?
Oh yes.
Do all the colors go like that?
No, great question. That color looks pretty darn true to what it is in the tray there, that Baby Yoda. And a lot of opaque colors do look that way. It's the transparent ones in their cool form when they're chopped up that look a different off, strange color.
You want a square one, Jake, or round?
Square sounds cool. I'm into that.
It would be cool.
I'm really spending some time. I mean, he is searching for the base that we're going to use for this right now because that small one wasn't going to work. But it's very important right now. We spent a lot of time up here. There's more thickness up here. And I know by the way this blew out that the bottom's a lot thinner than the rest of the piece. So I'm already thinking that, just like when you blow a pumpkin out this way, if it's too thin down there, you try and break it off, and a crack's going to want to shoot right up that thin side in between the ribs. So I'm really got the burner back on the moil, and I'm trying to build some heat from the bottom back up in this thing before we knock it off. while also being really aware that I'm not overheating our berry exteriors or interiors there, because they'll just, you know, shrink up and turn gooey. Something funny?
Recycle? Jake, recycle?
No.
Clear?
Yeah, let's just do it clear if you don't mind. And Oliver's just over here getting a good sweat in.
I'm just standing here, just getting things hot.
About time to get the
Getting hot.
thermostat out again. It's freaking 150 degrees over here. If we got glass blowers, which I'm sure we do, watching the show here tonight, welcome, and let us know what temperature it is next to your glory hole.
There's the train.
Jake, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to let this casting solidify a little bit and cool off.
Right?
I feel like, being that this is like the first like hot day we've had of the year in the hot shop, that any glass blower watching is gonna be like, I'm from Arizona and I blow glass when it's 3,000 degrees
Right.
inside.
It gets hot here in Michigan too. We had a couple days at 100 degrees last year, didn't we?
Last year it got
Yeah.
pretty dang hot.
That was 100 degrees outside the shop. Where are our gloves at? Oh, look at that. Wow.
Oh, hot landing.
Oliver,
Nice
could you acquire the gloves?
They're right there.
Yeah, I'll acquire the gloves.
Ah, there they are. Beautiful. Holy sweat
Are those
drippage.
the duckbill ones?
No, these are the beautiful Manicones.
Casting.
They're the Manicones.
There we
What was I
go.
thinking?
Dang it.
You guys see the
Jesus.
motion in the
You gotta
ocean
know
here?
these things.
You sticking it on there, Oliver?
I figure someone's at least got to get these warmed up.
Okay.
I love
You're
how the
gonna have,
flowers
jacks
look.
on there when you knock it off. One last flash, or about we're getting ready.
I'll do whatever you need
Yeah,
me to.
will you put the jacks on there, Dad? I'll put a little... I'm going to put a little water on here.
I don't think you need any water. Just neck it. And you take the knocker.
I want to use the gloves. You got that? Oliver, you take the pipe. Thank you, sir.
It's gonna be ready to go.
All right.
Oliver, knockers for you.
Dad, you lift that casting up.
You can stick it right in there where it's at, but let's go.
I'd take that off of there. Get those at an angle. Yep, like that. Yep. I always want to go real tender at first, give it a spin and see what the deal is.
Straighten her up and keep it in the same hot spot. There you go. I like the square bottom.
Me too.
Let's
That's
go.
sexy, man.
That thing's freaking cool.
It
You
is
got
cool.
a tasty stamp on there?
Yeah, right there.
Nice.
Right there. Blast it. Go ahead and blast it. Just like we planned it, folks.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, now you're going in the annealing oven, guys, which is sitting at about 1,000 degrees. That
Yeah.
one is stellar.
Freaking cool.
And it'll be in that annealing oven for about 16 hours, maybe even about 18 hours, since we're working with some
Handed
big castings. We'll
Tris
probably up the annealing time on that. But you won't be able to see it until the annealer reveal on Thursday, guys. But that was a tasty piece, Jake. Super nice,
Woo!
Oliver. Nice sweating going on.
Yup, I helped.
Nice work, Oliver.
All right, well, let's take a
Wow.
look at the table for a second. And there ain't much left. Most of the good ones are still here. Number 11, the one I was telling you guys about. And the reason I love it is I love the transparent electric green with this beautiful deep terracotta red. I mean, that's talking desert
Transparent.
all day long.
That's the
Looks
Michigan
like it-
accent right there.
What?
Transparent.
But there's some nice ones. There's some beauties. This guy here has even got the double bump action.
The 1, 2.
DB.
He's in growth mode, guys, which is looking really nice. So we got a few left, number 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, and 10, looking pretty good. And whoa, look at this. I don't even know what's going on right there. That looks like a tribble. And it would make a little noise like,
I like these oblong ones.
do ya?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got the cactus, and check out right here. Look at this, Lou. If you had cactuses growing in your own house, you could take the cactus and put it in there, right in the pot. Look at how cool that looks. I mean, that is what these cactuses are all about. For people who love plants, you get a little more action, and you can't kill them because you can't overwater them. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to get that one up for sale. That one's going up to the general public. It's not a members piece. That's the second piece of the show. And now we're going to get into the third piece of the show.
Third piece, all right.
The members piece is sold.
That piece is gone. The LED has kind of turned out to be our signifier on the phone of how hot it's getting in here. This is the first show in quite a while that the LED is turned off so to not overheat the phone. It's an automatic switch. But that does go to show you, if the sweat on our brow isn't showing you already, that it's pretty hot in here so far. Dave had a question, too, also about the favorite size pipe is. He's saving up to buy a couple blowpipes. And the answer is, that's an 1.25 inches, right?
Standard wall, not a heavy wall. Standard wall, Dave, 1.25 inches is the end, and it's a standard wall. You don't need something extra heavy unless you're looking to do some bodybuilding.
And the heavy ones are the stainless steel ones compared to the regular steel ones are twice as heavy. Is that what that means?
Yeah, and don't order a stainless one either, Dave, because the stainless ones are slippery. When you get them wet, your hands are sweating. You get a little tooth on the hot roll, plain hot rolled steel. They rust a little bit, but it's okay. If you get a little bit of rust when it's damp outside, all you do is use a Scotch-Brite and you scratch that rust right off, and you still got a real nice tooth in your hand to turn the pipe.
It's also really good seasoning on your sandwich at lunch in the summertime.
Love that. I do love the fact when you're eating lunch and you start and your hands are all black, and then after lunch your fingers are all clean.
It went somewhere.
That's right. It's like when you get a little extra earth action into your body. It's good. Probiotics.
True. We don't wash our hands here at the Glass Academy before lunch.
Let that be known.
Public service announcement.
Start it up.
I saw a question in the comment from Hannah asking, how do you make colors in glass opaque? And if I'm being honest with you, I don't really know the specifics of it. I know we add metals, minerals, something off the periodic table into a clear glass recipe in order to make color glass and tint it to the color. But I don't know if there's one particular item that goes in the glass and makes it opaque.
Dad?
Any idea if is there one material that goes in the glass to give it opacity?
A material?
Yeah.
That goes into the glass?
To make it opaque?
Material?
Yeah, there is.
A material?
There is.
Well, there you have it, Hannah.
We're going to get around to that answer pretty soon here, folks.
I think it's bone ash. Maybe some bone ash, but I think you can ask ChatGPT.
Could even ask Google.
If you want to use up a gallon of water, ask them. I personally like to save my gallon of water for drinking. Folks.
I'm pretty thirsty right now, to be honest.
Leanne is here from Australia. She says hello, and she loves what we just made. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for hopping on.
Cheers, big ears.
What?
What?
That was for Leanne in Australia, because I remember back when I was traveling Europe backpacking, I met a whole clan of Australians, and that was their big saying was, cheers, big ears.
Oh, boy.
So now you guys know,
Don't
and I bet you she might comment, she might say, I remember that.
I don't know.
We'll
find
Do
out.
they have elephants in Australia?
Elephants?
I don't know. It's hot there.
Koala bears.
That's all they have?
Giant spiders and a lot of things that try to kill you.
Have you ever heard the sound that a koala bear makes? Because it's nuts.
I don't love it.
It's pretty scary.
Cool.
It sounds
Scary?
like, oh my God, it's like worse than a bear almost. I mean, it is a bear, I guess. Are they bears?
They're marsupials.
I mean, it's gotta be. It's the koala bear.
It's a marsupial.
Not a bear. But
What
they
is
do
it? Does it
sound
have
scary.
different parts or something?
It's
Isn't a
related to a
marsupial a fish?
kangaroo.
Apparently they have bags.
Bags.
A marsupial is
so
not a
marsupial's like a
fish.
kangaroo? A pouch,
Yes.
you mean? Not a bag.
It is a bag.
If it was a bag, it'd be dragging behind him like all crinkled. A pouch is attached to the belly.
Got it.
That their young suckling. That's right.
Koalas are not bears,
Suckle.
they are marsupials. While often called koala bears due to their appearance, they are more closely related to wombats and kangaroos.
Wombats.
Don't really know nothing about wombats.
They
All
poop little
Australian
cubes.
specials.
We know that much.
Cubes?
They poop in a cube shape.
That's odd.
Yep.
What is it?
They poop in a cube shape. Comes
What do
out,
they do?
It comes out, they poop like a cube.
Really?
It comes out like a
Some
little
type of, like,
dice.
Sculpting, manipulating sphincter?
Yeah. Yep. Their
Wow.
what is so strong?
I need more time. Just so you know on this, but I don't want you to get distracted by all that cube
Oh
talk.
my god.
All right. Well, just all you're gonna do is get it to a sharp point real quick on the
Roll away.
G-hole marver, and then give it a flash.
In the 3 years I've worked here, never used that marver yet.
Got it.
Speaking of cubes, Michelle would like to know why you went with a square base for the last one.
Just
in
to
honor of
switch
the
it up.
wombats.
Yeah, I heard the word. I heard a different word a second ago that was about squareness, and yeah, that's why.
I just put that inside that mold. It was twice the size of the mold, and it went right in. Don't ask me how.
Take a good look at this, folks. Work the zoom, maybe.
This is
Look at the way
your
the
chance
color
to
changes.
guess the color.
A guest of color? I love that.
Yeah.
I've got a question as we get this figured out here for the members and the viewers and everyone who's watching the show. We're curious if you guys would prefer a hard 7:30 cutoff of the show, or if you don't mind a little bit of OT from time to time. We're usually trying to end the show between 7:30 and 8, but if people have a set schedule and they don't want to feel like they're missing out on something. Wow.
We're just trying to get a feel for if we treat it like the show is going to end at 7:30 and we're a little okay with some OT, you know, we try to get it between 7:30 and 8. Is it all right to you guys if we go over, or do you like it a little bit more scheduled and regimented?
Put that in the comments for us. Best if you keep a fond eye on that.
Will do.
A little R&D from you all. Appreciate it.
Blow, Jake, lightly. Good. Very good. Say that like Count Dracula.
Did you give a spiel about what you're making right now?
Nope.
What's a cactus?
I know what I'm making next.
I'm letting everybody kind of guess on their own, but I am going to need a punty.
There goes number next, the one I had
The
chosen
way
first.
he said it sounded real serious. The eye contact, I can't tell if he really wants a punny or not.
One punty, please.
Okay.
Jake, could you cap it?
Speaking more about this show and what we're doing here in the community of the Glass Academy and the Gathering Point, I want to give a shout out to Karen and Tammy and what they've got going on in their lives. You know, the Loyalty League's a really cool spot for people to talk about glass, talk about the community, and kick it, and come by the studio and all that goodness. And that's what we hope that this show becomes for everybody. It's a nice place to feel comfortable and, you know, have people to talk to and hang out with, and everyone's got things going on in their lives. It's a pretty beautiful thing to have an opportunity to just blow glass and kick it and have a good time and crack some jokes. So send some love out there to all the people that, you know, need some love.
Chase says, how do the ridges keep such clean dots?
How do the ridges keep such a clean what?
Dot.
Dot?
Dot.
Dot.
The dot itself, when you talk about the size of that tiny little thread that we wrap around the outside of the piece, when we go into the glory hole and reheat it, that you're spinning fast, centrifugal force pulls it off, but it only stays attached right along the highest point of that ridge, so that the rest of that stringer retracts back into the dot on the tip of the ridge and builds up really pointy and sharp and defined, and then you freeze it. You could melt it in, but having a really defined ridge is a technical, shows the technical ability of the glass blower.
Yeah, the tighter the ribs are, the tighter the optics are, the more technique in most cases is being shown by the craftsperson. But also the tightness of the dots and the protrudedness of the dots is also, in my opinion, a showing of that technique as well, because every single color we use has a different melting temperature, and the difference of literally like 3 extra seconds when you're splitting those dots will turn those dots from very prominent power dots to soft, flat nubs.
So this is where you guys are going to see some fancy action, because this is a drinking vessel, and what it is it's a personal cacti margarita glass.
Oh boy.
And it's going to have the organic connection of being completely organic.
Wow.
That's how you
Get in there.
organize it.
Organize or organicize.
So I have a follow-up OT question. If we are saying a little bit of OT is okay, how long do we consider is a little bit of OT? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15
We're
minutes?
talking about a landing zone between 7:30 and 8 o'clock.
So that's what Michelle told me to ask them. Like, are you guys okay going until 8, or do you consider okay overtime 10 minutes and then you're popping
At
out?
this point, we're shooting for 7:30, but what we're trying to not experience is having the show have too hard of a cutoff zone that we can't complete the thought process of the product or the piece that needs to be done to wrap up the show. And if we say 7:30, and then all of a sudden we got to give something another shot, we go to 7:45 or even 8 o'clock on a crazy day, we don't want to be disrupting your guys' schedule, but we don't want to be feeling like we cut the show early on you either.
And I do think that that's a great point. You know, you guys are the customers, but the most important thing, and let's compare it to something that's apples to apples. If you're watching the Red Wings game,
This is what I brought up in the staff meeting earlier.
and they don't know if they're going into overtime, and you think that the fans are all like, oh, we had to stay an extra 15 minutes in the stadium because they just won it in OT. Yeah, so we don't know, and depending on how things go, we're hoping that we wind up around 7:30, but sometimes, you know, the creative juices are flowing, and we have to push it a little bit to 8.
I'm seeing a lot of different answers in the comments here, but I'm seeing a brand new viewer that I haven't seen in the comments before that says, I like the 7:30 stop so I can plan my night, and that was from Michelle, Glass Academy.
That's nice. Well, you know, she's probably tapping her hippopotamus-sized thumb on the table right now when she said that.
I would also like to let us keep in mind that in the summer, this camera is going to start to overheat a lot more.
This as well.
Sure. It does come, this whole conversation is with the understanding that we're aiming for 7:30.
Right.
So you prepare for 8
Behind you, Lou.
and be okay
Yep.
when it's 7:33, 7:35.
Or as long as I don't have a grocery pickup, Carrie said.
Right.
All right, so I did want to just give a brief little description to this tasty, one-of-a-kind organic tumbler margarita, or whatever you'd want to drink out of it. Your water in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening would be great, but it's got a little tiny spot right where your finger goes in when you're drinking out of it. Check that out. It's got all kinds of organic push action happening. This thing is about the most intentionally organic drinking glass you could ever imagine. And if you're a cactus lover or a plant lover with a
Slug
thumb,
lover?
with a thumb no size nearly as big as Michelle's, but a big one, you might want to be drinking out of this, spreading mojo all over the place.
Watch out.
And it's got a great color pattern too. I love it.
Mary Thompson's wondering how often we have glass fall into the G-hole, and if that happens, is it bad for the G-hole? You want to answer that one, or I'll answer that
I
one?
can answer it. I love it, unless Oliver wants to, but I'd like to talk, but go for
Well,
it,
it's kind of
Ollie.
like a spiritual offering to the people.
Right.
Gives you good mojo in your glass. And That's what I got on that one.
It doesn't
Guys
happen
take
that
away.
often. If it's a lot of glass, you could drag it out of there. You know, it's not really a big deal. And it's just heat in there. It melts all, pools down. And when you do redo the doors, you go in and you chisel out a lot of that glass and pop it out of there, and then put down some new castable in the bottom and kind of organize it.
How often do you redo the doors?
Not often enough.
How often should you?
Maybe like once a year.
When we redo the doors
Once every couple
on
years.
this G-hole, Jake's going to take extra special time to paint the doors with a really beautiful enamel, and he's going to have some like scrolling color patterns and stuff, because the glory hole doors are really perfect right now. They're just a little burned up. There's not much wrong with them. Look
I
at the
couldn't furrow
connection,
my brow any harder.
But
I couldn't furrow my brow any harder.
Look at this exit hole zone over here.
that has nothing
Super
to do with
treachery.
It. You think you're
Doesn't
gonna
close
make a,
all
you
the
think
way?
You're going to make a glory hole that doesn't have an exit hole for the heat penetration when there's no flue on it?
Not that much. It's going right up against this and bending the whole thing and burning it apart.
Well, since we were talking about launching pieces of glass into the glory hole, I'm going to go off a little bit on that, because the type of classes that we teach here, folks, at the Glass Academy are classes that are product classes where you're assisted by a professional glass blower. And that professional glass blower is never going to let you explode a piece into the glory hole.
Have you ever let anybody do that, Oliver?
On my watch, it's ironic you bring, because I was going to say that when I'm teaching classes and I have someone rotating the pipe in the glory hole, 9 times out of 10 they ask me what happens if this drips off into the glory hole, and I always look at them real serious and I go, if any glass ends up in that glory hole, the glass blowers will bully you for a week to 10 days, and they'll talk behind your back, and you'll be so embarrassed. So don't do it.
That's when you exit them very gently when they get done with the piece, out the back door, and close the door and leave them in the alley. And they got to walk around the block to their car.
All right, Dad, I'm going to hand you this so I can get started on the next piece here. I'm going to draw it on the floor so Oliver can know what's going on. But I did want to read Super Geek 2009's comment.
I'm going to know what's going on.
Hijack my time. Give me OT.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Let's hijack some time.
All right.
I think Mary was in there saying I could watch it for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
So, do you think we could ever get to the point where, like, we could just have a forever stream going that would just run old episodes of The Gathering Point?
Well, you were talking about one time doing like a full stream of the shop on a Wednesday. You know, a top-down angle, and then put it into a time lapse or whatever.
Yeah.
And just have it just running, and we're just doing our thing.
So what are you drawing here, Jake? The folks are eager to know.
Well, that's a
Pumpkin.
cactus.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cactus style. You just went for the tumbler. I'm gonna go for the mug.
Whoa.
Yep. Because this is just what we do around here. Got St. Patty's Day coming up. People are gonna need some sort of green beer drinking vessel or cactus watering device. But it's gonna be low and squatty and round like a cactus with the dots on it. We're gonna do a real wide style handle like this. And actually, Oliver, why don't we try our new handle that we were kind of designing late last year. We did a couple times. It turned out really freaking cool. And
The top-bottom puller.
yeah, and if we do the points as tiny as we can on either side, real tiny pinches, like real small, we can get them to look kind of like little spikes on the top and the bottom.
Or a pickle.
Or, yeah.
As you were drawing that shape, I was thinking about that handle.
Well, just sounds like
Perfect.
we're going to have to do it then.
And talking about what we do with specialty drinks and specialty glassware here in the Michigan room, I know that we've had drinks made here that have agave nectar, which is cactus nectar in the drink. But are there any drinks out there that anybody knows of that you can put it in the comments that have agave gel? Not necessarily the
Aloe.
nectar, but aloe gel. That's the stuff, I'm drinking that, and it's super alkaline, and it's really good for you to get your body to switch from acid to alkaline, but
Got the beige
it's
in there.
pretty thick and gelatin-like, isn't it? It's kind of like really like gulpy. But you have to do it. Maybe if you have one of those
Chunks
whippers.
in it?
If you have one of those whippers. Yeah. All right, well, these guys are ganging it up over here, getting ready to take a molten gather.
Now, Jake's getting his gather going. I'm just going to say real loud that we have a lot of colors here, and the ones we haven't touched yet is Iris and Doug. We don't have to use both at the same time, but I just want everyone to know that Doug's out and about.
Doug?
Doug.
Who is he?
Your friend.
Doug
Dougie
Lindsay?
Fur.
Your
Dougie
friend-
Dougie
Fur.
Fresh.
Your friend Doug?
I do like Doug. I was just thinking about him the other day. He's a good guy. So I'm going to do a little something funky here. I'm going to encase a dark transparent color. We're going to go for the emerald green, and I'm going to still encase it, but I'm not going to put any color over top it. So what that's going to do is take all the fresh clear that's on top of this color, and it's going to ball it up on the ribs so that if you've seen any of the pumpkins we've done or some ornaments, I think,
That's going to, if you don't know, it's going to look sweet.
it's going to be a really cool optically, not even just optics, like pretty much optically super cool light blasting experience.
The jumbo cactus is still available. I want to let you guys know. I did just put the link again in the comments for you.
That one's a centerpiece for anyone who's already collecting cactuses. I wouldn't say, but maybe if you're really getting into them and you love them, that could be your first cactus, and that's a great way to start things off. But having a set of 3, start with 1 cactus. It's going to be hard to have just 2 cactuses, but
Is that
having
how-
2 small.
Is that how people do it with their pumpkins? Like they start with a couple small ones, they build their way up to the jumbos?
Let's hear it in the comments, folks.
It's all about how big of a kitchen table you have. Because if you can do a sculptural installation for the harvest season, which pretty much starts like August 1st and runs through November 30th, that's a long time to have a super amazing installation, a narrow, long cluster of pumpkins with leaves and curlicues and acorns all in the middle of your table on some type of a really amazing outdoor doily looking type thing.
We've talked before, like, I don't know if we've done it on the show, but like privately about what it's going to look like in 30, 40 years of doing this and like having the gathering point beyond, and like do products from like show 128 become like almost like a heritage type piece, you know?
Right.
End up on like a antique roadhouse type thing, and they're gonna be like, Jake made that one, or Chris made that one, and it's worth $5 trillion or whatever they say on there.
Yeah, that's why every one of them signed with the show number. And the cool
Yeah.
thing is that this stuff is on there forever.
Ever.
So you can go back and you can look, especially if you commission something to be made, or you get a hold of something for a gift, you put in the card, I bought you this special cactus, and it's super amazing, and I love it, and I wanted you to have it, but go look at show number 361 on the gathering point with this link, and watch the piece I just gave you being made before your eyes.
Going
Very
on
nice.
this one.
That is super tasty.
Or you hit them with the road trip. And you say, we're going to go hang out somewhere on a Thursday night. You show up and you've got the piece from the show here sitting on the shelf, and you guys...
It'd be cool to plan some type of a road trip event, like a weekend event at the Glass Academy for everybody, the loyalty leagues and everything, but plan it like a year out so that we can have everybody come here and we have all kinds of cool activities happening and stuff.
It's the GA Amateurs event.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like
we gotta do it.
the Little
Ow, my
Dragon
finger.
Conference where they get like 30, 40 little dragons all happening on the fairgrounds, and everybody's blowing glass with their mobile units. I
I'm
think that'd be
super into that.
Sweet.
I'm
So
super
there he
into
goes,
it.
the centrifugal force, guys. Look at him spinning that. And watch when he comes out. Lucy, get right on that so people can see what it looks like.
Well, I brought that up earlier. We went on a different tangent, but I was thinking about what if the members all got together and made their own museum.
Oh, how cool.
Like, but it's just like Glass Academy Gathering Point
That'd
pieces.
be so cool. Hello? Historical items. Stop. I love that beige.
So is this the amber?
Hello?
Is this the amber?
No, this is the emerald.
Ooh, nice.
Good. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be tasty. All right.
Need some flowers?
I think nah.
No.
I think we're gonna go for a foot.
All right. Would you like a round one this time or a square one?
Round.
Round, okay.
But we're gonna put it on like this, and then I'm gonna go like this and have a paddle on the bottom.
So we're not using this? Okay, so what?
It's a mug.
Oh, it's a
Venetian
mug.
foot for this mug.
There it is.
There it is. Yep.
When I was blowing glass, I also forgot we were going for mug, and I had to
I
remind
know.
myself, so I watched the same look.
I'm not some special predicament.
I really love the bottom
Yeah.
right there.
I just love this texture.
Man, that's going to look sweet.
It's freaking tight.
What was that last piece of bar color you put up? Was that green, or was that...
Green.
Okay.
Green. Maybe we do a, let's go with a, what is that, amber?
Gold.
Gold?
I can pull out some amber, though, real quick, if you'd rather.
Let's do an amber foot.
All right, well,
You got
Amber?
1 second.
Yep, you just hang tight for 1 second, Chris.
We can just do iris. I'd rather have it soupy.
This one?
Yep.
Just don't reduce it. It's only one little gatta.
I just need the soup.
That's what we have the glory hole for.
Ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to roll up my pant cuffs like 7 times. Holy soup.
See, I was concerned if you could handle all that soup.
Oh, geez.
You didn't think I could
Jeez.
handle it? On there. Squish.
Which one?
Okay.
Mary,
I don't
which
know
I
what's
do.
going on, but
We've
that's
had a lot
good.
of things floating
I
around
got a
here.
lot of ideas, Mary.
Carrie says, I own a lot of pumpkins, but I don't have any cacti yet. I know, crazy. It is crazy, Mary.
What you looking for?
All right.
Different style, different, not as hot?
We'll go for the amber. We could just do it a little bit smaller, and I'll just be more prepared.
The historic bronze.
That's right.
Was that just, you think it was too much pressure on the squish?
No. Just got to get it a little bit organized around here. This historic bronze is quickly becoming one of our favorite colors here in the shop, as the colors do trend differently throughout our brains. And this thing is just like such a cool, it does look just like an aged bronze. Thanks, Dad.
Yep.
All right, fire it up. A little more squish, just a little bit.
It's feeling so sticky.
Lighten up. Beautiful. I wanted to leave it a little bit wide and thick like that because now I'm going to attempt to torch the edge and go around it and kind of square up the edge, similar to what Chris did with his first piece of the show, where he kind of made it look like the bottom of that plant pot over there where it's got that base to catch water. So give it a little love on the outside, let the core stiffen up a little bit. Use our last little bit of oxygen here in the studio. And not let that top get too cold that it explodes, might be able to get a little bit of an edge here.
After this, we will do housekeeping.
Absolutely. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Proportionate. So we got housekeeping after this. That means that we're going to be giving away some items. And many of you guys know we got 15 minutes left here before we make it into overtime, if we do. But if you guys haven't entered to win the piece of the show here tonight, I don't even know if we've shown off a giveaway question quite yet, but we'll do that in 1 second. And that's how you will win the next piece on the show that's going to be made for free. And Chris made an incredible glass spoon last week that we're going to be giving away tonight.
Woo!
They were talking about earlier what happens if you drip some glass into the glory hole, and I was talking about how it's really embarrassing and the glass blowers would give you a hard time.
Right.
There's a couple people in the comments asking if I knew that because I get bullied here or something like that. But we've thought that question might come up for a long time now, so we actually have a prepared statement right here on this clipboard.
On
I'm
bullying?
just going to real quick read it to them if that's okay.
This wasn't part of the script, folks.
I, Oliver, of sound mind and body, do not get bullied here. The end. Give clipboard back to Bess. So that's our stance on that, everybody. Thank you.
Oliver, can I get a lip wrap?
Yeah.
Fast.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
The one thing I was going to say is that in a lot of the public access colleges, they have 8-week-long courses that people are looking to really become a glassblower by taking classes where they're blowing and punting and really doing a lot on their own, completely kind of different than what we do here at the Glass Academy. And
Amber?
those are the people who launch many of pieces
Amber?
into the glory hole, you guys. They launch them in because they're working them too cold, they're spending too much time looking at the glass and admiring it because they're so amazed by its beauty and its lusciousness that it explodes in the glory hole. And it is very true. Yeah. and
Write
that's,
that one down.
What'd you say? I mean, I don't think you've never even taught classes like that, have you, Jake? Where you've got 8 people in the class and you just sit in a chair and there's 3 benches going and everybody's just gathering and blowing pieces out.
I subbed for Nolan's a couple times.
And your favorite thing to say is "get it hotter."
Yeah.
And then they go and they stand up there for like 15 minutes and they sit down and you look at them and you say, "Hotter."
Yeah.
I don't know if I could teach a class like that.
You're just pretty much monitoring people who aren't really at a stage in their glass blowing career to be in the studio by themselves. So you're there in case something crazy goes down, because we make it look like a good time and we're pretty laid back about this. But you guys, this is no joke when you're talking about having a 4-inch gas line coming into your building with like 8-10 pounds of street pressure pouring into the building. There's a lot that could happen in this building that needs to be monitored.
We've had the pleasure of paying these guys to learn, though.
Yeah, well, that's a different way. You go to school, you
That's
pay
my favorite part
someone,
about this.
Or you apprentice and you learn, and that's kind of why glass blowing runs right alongside electrician, pipe fitters, steel workers, union stuff, because it's all apprentice style. You have to have so much time under your belt. Look at that. That is tasty.
Pretty sweet. And it is a pleasure working with these guys and knowing that we're here to be on the same team and do the same things, and we have the same end goal that we're shooting for. And so that was a little bit of a sarcastic joke because we got a great setup here. We got a great team. Everyone works together super well with the same goal in the end, which is making really cool stuff.
Except for me and that Matt guy.
Yeah, that Matt guy, I don't know about him.
And me and that Tabea girl.
Yeah, Tabea too.
And me and that Jake guy. Maybe I'm the problem.
Maybe it's just you, dude.
I could be the problem.
We're having a really good
Nah,
time.
the team's good. We're having fun here, man.
Oliver's pre-prepped his tweezers over here. This will be about the 4th time we've ever done this handle, and the third time, it turned out miraculous. So this is going to be a pretty historical one here, signed with the show, made available to you guys pretty much as soon as it makes it in the box. Now, Oliver's bringing over a beautiful looking handle, and like I was saying, he's got his tweezers here, and what we're going to try and do is line up and telepathically know the exact point, pinch amount, and pulling pressure that will do the exact same movement on the top and the bottom of the handle at the same time. But I need the handle tool.
Oh, God.
So
I'm
these
ready,
guys
I'm
are
ready, I'm ready. Do it.
getting
Let's
ready
do it.
For the molten handle, and I'm going to tell you about why you guys should answer the giveaway question. Well, he's putting this gravity handle. Watch this. That is hot and creamy. Look at that handle, folks. Give him a round of thumbs.
Oh my God.
Going like this or like
That.
this?
But if you did
Stop.
want to try to win the giveaway piece, you guys, you got to answer the question. And the question is, if
No
you had
way.
to choose one plant to represent your personality, would you be more of a cactus or more of a tropical plant? You never know. There might even be other types of plants, regional type plants that your personality might be. But you send that to enews@glassacademy.com,
Nice.
and then we randomly use a randomized picker, and we pick that out with the giveaway. And if you answer that question about the plants, you're going to win. You're going to have a chance to win the giveaway, which is the next piece we're going to make after Jake's done with this tasty, unique handled mug. That turned out pretty good. I thought it was touched.
Me too. I was like, done, we gotta flip it. It was right there.
That looks great. I love that.
I heard you say done, and I was just... I stopped pulling. I didn't let go.
I was like,
Yeah, that's looking good.
super cool. So now I was able to torch and smooth out those 2 points. It looked great. Let's go for the stamp, Oliver. We're gonna wrap it up and drop it home.
You got it.
We got the punty cracking because just that few extra seconds are running over there, making Oliver wait kind of through the whole process back a couple sentences.
And you guys, the punny cracks. That's what Jake's heating up right now with the torch. It cracks because it's the last piece of heat into the glory hole and the first thing that comes out of the glory hole. So you got to do quick flashes to get the heat on that punty nice and consistent. Otherwise, it'll want to release, and the piece will actually pop and break right off the end of the punny rod. And you don't want that, because then it goes kaboom.
Kaboom.
But this is one beautiful looking mug.
Heck yeah. That's nice.
Let's take a look at this thing. Wow.
The clear encased.
I love
Clear
that
encased.
handle. It's sparkly too.
Historic bronze, baby.
So it's not done yet, guys. You know we got to put it in the annealing oven. You're not going to be able to see the true colors until it comes out on Thursday. But I'll tell you what, chances are it won't be around on Thursday because someone's going to get their hot little hands on this thing before the annealer reveal.
And it's got the flattened Venetian foot. See the edge on that thing?
Yeah, I love that. I'll give a close-up when we get it on the knockoff bench so people can see what's up.
If you want to see this piece when it's cooled down, you want to check it out on the annealer reveal.
Jake's really working it here. Nice. Get in the center.
It's because we got our super special rock still surviving. It's been around for 37 years.
It's looking good though, but this is the 37-year-old rock that Jake's talking about. Pumice. Grabbing it with the grabbers, going into the annealing oven. Gonna be a gorgeous piece, you guys. That piece will be live on the show. Available right now. Bess will be getting it up there for you, but it's a super tasty piece. So you guys, I did want to show you something real quick here. We got another cool series of memorial urns that I'm working on with Sculpture Reflections, which I know I've talked about this a few times, but I like to try to put a little word in about it because I'm really making some unique pieces. And this particular one is the Artist series of urns, and it holds the cremation remains inside, and it's permanently sealed, and it's got the Van Gogh artistic color pattern on it, which is super sweet. One-of-a-kind urns are one of my favorite things to make. I'm doing a lot more memorial work because it's super gratifying. But if you go to sculpturereflections.com, I think Bess is going to put that up on the website or on the screen. You'll see it. But check it out and see if you need anybody or anything memorialized. I love doing that kind of stuff, and I love to talk to you about it, you guys. So we're getting to the giveaway now, and the giveaway is going to be sweet.
We have to do housekeeping first.
You know what? Take care of housekeeping, Bess. You're on.
Housekeeping.
All right, housekeeping. So, a couple of things. First and foremost, I do have some openings for this weekend. I have a lot of openings on Thursday for our mushroom class, Friday for our garden read class. If you guys are interested in joining a class this weekend, maybe you're trying it out for the first time, or maybe you want to add to your collection of pieces that you've already done. So those are posted on our Facebook page always when we have those openings, but you can always check it out on the website. Mushroom class in particular, we have an upcoming collaboration for a mushroom class, and that is going to be with Little Saints. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Little Saints, they are a maker of non-alcoholic spirits, kind of like a liquor alternative. So we do offer 3 of those already in the Michigan room. We have a tequila alternative, a gin alternative, and a whiskey alternative. But we are doing a collaboration with them because they make a lot of their liquor alternatives out of mushroom. So on April 23rd, we have a collaboration, and I'll put that link in the comments for you guys. You get to do a hands-on mushroom class, and then they are also hosting an area in the Michigan room. You're going to receive some special swag from them, and you're also going to be able to do a tasting with them as well. So you're going to be able to book that through our website, and I will get that link in the comments if you're interested. As far as our giveaway goes, giveaway from last week, our question was, if this spring turned out to be the best season of your life, what would happen? Tell us who, what, when, where, and why. Somebody said I would get a new job. World peace. It's a good one. We're finally about to buy our first house. Let's see here. My best friend's cancer would be healed. And our winner would win this beautiful spoon. I kind of really want this for soup or something.
Which you couldn't use it for, though, because soup's
it's hot. I know. I just
Gazpacho.
like... There you go. I just
Cereal.
like the size of it.
Milk. You could lap milk with that.
Just milk, that's all.
So our winner said, I'm pointing with this now.
I love it.
Our winner said peace in the Middle East. So Jake, you want to flip over that piece of paper? There you go. I got you involved now.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Gary. Gary,
Let's go,
you're
Gary.
going to get an email from Donna on Thursday. And you're going to learn how to either pick this up if you're local or get some shipping on there and get that sent to you. So congratulations to Gary.
Gary, there you go. That's free 99, and congratulations. That was a one-of-a-kind piece by Chris made last weekend for the giveaway. Pretty darn cool.
Yeah. I say you guys can start the giveaway. If we have anything else to talk about, I'll kind of talk while you guys are making.
All right, we're going to
Right.
get that mug up pretty soon here. We'll let you know as soon as it's up and available. And we've got young Oliver. He's older than me. Gathering out of the furnace, out of the crystal furnace. He's going for a deep dunk.
But I got like no glass.
Yeah, I could tell by the way his shoulders moved that he was not happy with that gather. Did you have a preference on bar color, Oliver?
I would
you
love
go-
the
Double
yellow.
dipping.
That's a third dunk, dude?
It's a second dunk.
You're not even going to be able to hold that pipe.
I'm gonna be able to.
He's
I'll
not even
get the
cooling
door.
it.
I'll get the
I
door.
can't go one-handed right now.
He's
Jake.
not even
It's a
cooling
lot on my
Oh
mind,
my
man.
God, he's not even cooling
They're
the pipe.
after me.
So he's going into the enamel white. Anyone want to take a guess and put it into the chat? What earthly mineral makes white?
What color?
I'll give you a
If
hint.
there's any of the yellow
We know.
left, I
There-
can't remember
there's
if
not.
we use it all.
Well, stick it in
The
there.
Like
green
the-
is unused.
Is beige?
Beige.
Are you putting it in the chat, Lucy? Calcium? No. It's a buildup.
There's a buildup of 4 cactuses left on the virtual gallery table.
Wait, number 11. Oh,
no.
11 is still there, the tastiest one of them all. Look at this thing, you guys.
Calcium is a mineral.
Confirmed.
But is it a colloidal mineral?
I didn't get that far.
Steroidal?
So number 11's looking tight. I was going to say number 6, too, because I love the brilliant canary yellow with the crystal, the silver crystal. Look how gorgeous. And these dots, of all the cactuses that are left, these yellow dots are the most prominent ones on the table. These might even have been the most prominent in the whole thing because yellow is such a stiff color. It's really nice to use oranges, reds, and yellows for the dots because they're so stiff.
They don't melt away.
Yep.
Oliver's got a bubble in there. He's shaping it up now, dodging all of the metal tools on the Marver.
Just doing what I can.
And he's going to be dropping it down into the 12-point mold.
Just going to get it real hot. I'm going to hit the mold really, really hard. I don't need to take a heat after I hit the mold.
No, you're gonna go in like that?
That's correct.
All right, here he goes. Going for the old tuck job. Let's see. Yes, beautiful.
Why do you let it drip like that for a second first?
So you guarantee that it's going to get into the mold.
It's a diameter reducer. Tender, you got it.
Real steady hand.
Steady now.
Try my best. Never done this part before. That's all.
Beautiful.
Looking good, Oliver.
Let's
Now
go.
super spin. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice. All right.
So some lucky
That's good.
question
Don't overeat
answer
'em.
is going to get Oliver's very first ever cactus.
Can
I'm
I
coming.
get some air?
You can. Remember, don't go too thin.
I do have that question up on the
Squeeze
screen for
hard,
you
get in there.
guys. So if you had to choose one plant to represent your personality,
And
what would
blow.
it be?
Slow down. Stop.
Take a heat while you still got some core heat. Give yourself a chance to yank it. You really got to pull it. If you're not doing a base, you got to really yank it out and give it the tail to drop back on. What was the question?
The question is, if you had to choose one plant to represent your personality, what would it be?
I've got an answer for that.
You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com with your name and
Blow
your
light.
answer in your email. And then you're going to get entered
And
to
stop.
win this cactus. What would your answer be, Jake?
Ooh, angle it if you need.
Woo-wee.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get up with it, baby.
Just doing everything I can, man.
It
And
looks
we can
great.
heat it up and press it in.
Yeah,
over on
torch
the
it down
table.
there a little too if you need.
I think if I was a plant, I better not go out on a limb and say
Nice
what plant
one.
I'd be because I haven't put enough thought into it yet. I had one. It's looking pretty tasty, Oliver.
Looks great.
Yeah.
I like the white core too. It adds some cactus mojo to it. It kind of matches those beige spikes too. It's very cohesive and well
He's
put
putting
together.
some flowers on there?
We got enough color for one flower, so he might as well get his flower practice in.
All right.
Jacob, your plant?
I do have a plan.
What is it?
The plan?
Plant!
if you were a plant, what plant would you be?
Are trees classified as plants?
I'm gonna take a flash,
Yes.
Jake, and then I'm ready
Yes.
for you. I don't want to get
It's
too
too
cold.
many options. I can't. I gotta think about it.
I got it.
What is it?
I feel like I'll be a tomato.
Interesting.
Not a carrot.
No. Contrary to popular belief, and I say that because I love tomatoes. When I was a kid, my grandparents had a garden, and I would eat tomatoes all the time, right out of their garden. So much so that I would get like a rash around my lips from eating so many tomatoes. And you think that would like as an adult, I'd be like, man, I can't eat another tomato. Had too many when I was a kid, and that's just not the case. I could just eat thousands of tomatoes and
Focus.
be totally good. Yeah, I'm just telling a story and doing something I've never done before. We can acknowledge it.
So the mug is sold, so the only thing still available right now is the jumbo cactus from the beginning of the show.
Congrats to that mug recipient, and I promise we've never made a cactus that big before, so if you want something historical, obviously it's not priced like the rest of the cactuses, but it's well worth it, and that'll add some special bonus mojo to your collection, that's for sure.
Is bar glass harder?
Softer.
Oh.
Oh, I got a comment from Dave. Great camera work, Lucy. Such a pro.
Thanks, I'm doing my best.
And it's got 3 likes.
Thanks, guys.
There we are.
Wow.
Nice work, Oliver.
Now,
That's
that's
beautiful.
the white, and it's got Doug on top.
Doug's on top.
Doug's on top of white. And we got the beige dots, beige flower.
So one more time, that question for you guys. If a plant was your personality, which one would you be? You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Make sure you put your name in there so we can read your name off just like we did for Gary this week. And then you will get entered to win Oliver's first cactus.
As they wrap this up, in the quiet. Nice, beautiful. I got 3 questions to answer here on the YT side of things. The first one is, will there be an owl class in the future? And the way we've been doing these creatures is this is our signature creature of the year for 2026. And there will not be a class in 2026, that's for sure. This is going to be a historical, collectible item. There's a give back portion. We sell it for the year. I think we may just, I don't know. You want to just stamp the bottom of that? Yeah, I think he's just stamping the bottom.
You got it.
Lou, can we see that owl one more time after this?
Oh,
Beautiful. Yeah, so historical, collectible 2026 creature. This is the 4th year now that we've been doing this, and it's a really fun project for us. We've taken 3 months to design that now, and now it's going to become available. First pick the Loyalty League members get on March 20th through the 21st, and then I believe 21st through the 22nd is the Star Supporters, and then we're going to have an amazing, incredible Tuesday show on the 24th, if that's a Tuesday. I could have my numbers wrong, but it's that week leading up to our spring show. So then maybe next year we may have a class regarding that. The next comment, Lily Baby said,
That's Lisa.
would love to purchase one, but likes one that would do something functionally, like a cactus pot, perhaps. And that one went pretty quick at the beginning of the show. But
Right.
that's a good one. We could keep going with more of those. And the last one, oh, Pam, have you ever had an apprentice that you had to part ways with? And yeah, Pam, that definitely happens. Not everybody's, you know, a perfect fit, a perfect match, and we've had many different people come through the studio over 20-something years that have been a part of the Glass Academy, and it does happen, and we got an amazing team here. Nobody's older than 4 years at the Glass Academy, but 4 years feels like a really long time. I think we're doing pretty darn good.
All right, I've got Oliver set up with our joke of the evening. Shout out to Max and Karen.
Oh, you got it?
you
Lucy,
got it, Chris?
Can
Do
you
want
grab
it?
that little black sign on the table that Max and Karen brought in this weekend? I want to show that off real quick.
All right, we're all going to tuck in the
Chris
corner
got it.
here. Let's
All
get
right.
real comfortable back here.
Everybody get on in here.
You can see all the way up to right here.
Oh,
Okay.
So we don't need to squeeze.
All right.
Put that.
Here we are.
You have the joke?
Look at this.
So, yeah, I do.
Special gift from Max and Karen.
Oh, you do have it. Nice work.
Yeah, I get the whole notes for the whole
Just as a text?
meeting. Just not allowed to attend.
Well,
Anywho.
What a beautiful show, you guys. It was a super good one.
Yeah.
I am going to be telling the joke tonight, but
hey everybody, thank you for watching the show. If you made it to the end, make sure you check us out on YouTube at The Gathering Point. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. You can find us on Facebook, theglassacademy.com. Become a member either through Loyalty League or Star Supporters for the Neela reveals and behind-the-scenes content. And Chris, take it away with the joke.
all right, here's the joke, guys. How much money does a skunk have?
How much?
just 1 cent. Oh yeah.
Nice work.
That's
They're not even
courtesy.
making pennies
And
anymore.
that was sent in from Ashley M. So thank you, Ashley.
Shout out Ashley.
All right, you guys, that's the end of our show. Members graphic has been updated, so if you just joined either Star Supporters or
Yeah.
Loyalty League, look for your name at the end of the show. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Mics are down.
Cute.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that was a good joke. I like that joke.
Panthers are winning 1-0. Pretty good sales. I think I might have overpriced that big boy, but it is freaking huge. What was it? $298. Yeah. The pot sold for